again. It is the Big Six breakdown. As you can see, we've got some familiar faces. We've also got some new faces. Henry, quick shout out to you, my bro. How you doing?
Life is good, man. 2026 is already treating me well.
Lovely to hear that. And now making his debut on the channel. He's actually been on the channel before. You might have seen him when we had some of the Portsmouth guys come down. We did the best South Coast
Yeah.
all-time Premier League 11, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
We've got my good mate Gudu, who's a Chelsea fan. What are you saying, Gudu?
yeah, good mate. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Good to have you on the channel. I know
Yeah,
sometimes we rarely ever have a Chelsea fan on here, so I think it'll be good to get you on regularly if we can and
yeah,
get some Chelsea representation going.
yeah, sure. I'll try to come on as much as I can.
Obviously we've got plenty to talk about. Everyone that's getting in the live chat and watching live, make sure you get in the live chat and give us your thoughts as well. So much to talk about. The games in the midweek, we had the League Cup semi-final first leg. We've had some managerial changes for both. Obviously, Henry's a United fan, if you didn't know. For Henry, the United and also Chelsea. We've also got the Manchester derby coming up. We can also talk about so many other things. Michael Carrick in charge, etc., etc. But yeah, uh, let's come to Guru first because Arsenal just played Chelsea yesterday. Arsenal won 3-2 in the League Cup semi-final. 3-2. Guru, what's your thoughts? Your initial thoughts on the game?
It could have been worse. The way we started the game, well, the way Sanchez was playing, it could have been like 5. But luckily, to be honest, we didn't have the best 11 either out there. But when I saw the starting lineup, I was a bit like, why are we playing this team? But then you have to like look at the injuries and stuff we have. So it's still quite a good team out there for what we have. Anyway, we spend like 2 billion. We should have good enough players to start any game, to be honest. But yeah, no, we started. I think we started well. We were playing all right, and then obviously Sanchez with the mistake on the corner coming out. That's silly. And for a goalkeeper, the second goal, I don't even want to talk about it. For a goalkeeper who can't hold the ball together with 2 hands, that's just shocking. He did improve this year, apart from the Man United game, but yesterday I don't know what happened. That was just shocking. And if he
Yeah,
did,
I was. Yeah, sorry, carry on. Yeah, sorry.
I thought if he didn't do that, we could have potentially won the game because we actually scored goals. They scored goals from a corner that was a mistake. One, the second was a mistake, and the third goal was pretty good. That Zubimendi goal was actually a really good goal.
Yeah, I was gonna say I have felt like watching Sanchez. He has improved this season, but his absolute liability. You can't rely on him in it.
No.
And I think Chelsea fans knew that from beginning, right?
Yeah. We wanted a new keeper anyway, but then he started improving, so we all started backing him. Like, yeah, all right, yeah, he's doing all right. So you got to back him when he's doing all right. But then he comes out yesterday and puts a performance like that. It's a bit of a piss take.
Henry, did you watch the game?
I probably watched the last 60 minutes after work, and I
Yeah.
saw that Zubimendi goal. I didn't hate seeing Garnacho get a couple of goals. I mean, you can put the hate watch out there, you can, but at the end of the day, he's a kid. I want to see him do it, something for a club somewhere. So if it's got to be Chelsea, oh well, made it a game.
Yeah, I think Garnacho gets a lot of hate, especially from United fans. Personally, I had high hopes in him when he was at United, so I really wanted him to do well. And although he's at Chelsea, I still kind of want him to do well as an individual player. But you can't help but feel like he does look like a bit of a knob in it.
Oh, if you ask me what a professional footballer looks like, I wouldn't give you a picture of Garnacho. I wouldn't.
Yeah. But also, Henry, I don't know if Goody knows this. In the Carabao Cup for United, Garnacho always turns up. So every time he went to the Carabao Cup game, he always scored.
Because I think he scored like 11 goals in his last 8 Carabao Cup games.
That was
I saw that this morning in like a little picture. Yeah, I think it was.
He scored. I think he got 6 or 7 for us whenever we went on to beat Newcastle that year.
Wow.
It's like goals and assists. So like 11 goals and assists in like 8 games. It ain't bad.
He's found his level. Perfect.
But to be fair, there's 2 decent goals as well. He took them well. Like he was under pressure. He took them quickly. It was good goals. Goody, do you think that? Oh yes, we got another legend in the chat now, guys. Run the comments up right now. It's your favorite BTL Pods member, my guy Tunji, Arsenal fan.
Yo, good evening, guys. Hello, Henry. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, man.
For you.
Tunji, that's good. I think we've met when we played football.
I think we've met. Yeah, I think we've met before. Yeah. Good to see you as well, Gudu.
Good to see you.
Good. You might need to turn your phone landscape now, if you can, please. Sorry, bro. Horizontal. 1 second.
Yeah, there we go.
Yes. Oh wow, we've got Haroon in the live chat as well. Oh my days, we're
Boys.
full
Full
house
house.
today. Wow, Haroony, what are you saying, Haroony?
Mine, mate. Still depressed about United, unfortunately.
Obviously, a lot to get into, Haroony. Manager changes, Manchester derby, so much going on.
Same combo every 2 years, bro.
Yeah.
Same cover
18 months.
every 2
18
days,
months,
bro.
man.
Yeah,
I'm fed up with
yeah.
these convos, man.
Welcome to Chelsea fan. Change managers all day long.
Yeah,
I know.
Haroony, that's Gudu. I think you might not have met yet, but he's a Chelsea fan, my guy from Portsmouth. We were just actually Gudu was just telling us about his thoughts on the Chelsea Arsenal game. Gudu, just a quick repeat, if you can, maybe just so Tunji can hear the Arsenal fan.
Oh, no, I was just saying, like, apart from 2 mistakes, it was okay. We played all right. I don't think we played too bad. And Zubimendi goal was good. Garnacho goals were good as well. And I think Astava was cooking Timber all day long yesterday. Apart from that, yeah, we were disappointed to lose, but I put the blame on Sanchez. I don't really blame the manager.
Sounds like a lot of shots fired there, Tunj. What's your response?
No, man, I thought large parts it was quite even. Chelsea are missing quite a few key players actually. Palmer, Reece James, Delap as well. I'm not saying he's a key player, but he's been impactful every time with the bench. So they were missing a few players in fairness, and they still put in a shift. They still showed a bit of character as well. So yeah, in large parts I'd say it was even, despite all of that. Arsenal a bit complacent when they hit the 2-goal lead twice in 2 occasions. They got on actual goals, came out of nothing. And then, yeah, obviously Sanchez as well. His error was quite a poor error for the second goal. It was pretty shocking, to be honest. I don't know how the ball slips through his hand, to be honest with you. That really shouldn't be happening at his level. So, yeah.
Boys, just quickly, I just need to rush off for 1 second, but can you just discuss who do you think how it's going to go for the second leg? I've just got a co-op delivery, my bad, yeah.
Tell him to join. Right, in terms of second leg, obviously we're at home.
Yeah.
I do expect us to finish the job, obviously. But obviously at the same time, Chelsea have all their players back, so I mean you never know these things, these cup ties. We're not obviously great historically in semi-finals over 2 legs, so
Yeah.
I mean you never know, but I still fancy Arsenal.
Yeah. Now, when it was like
Do the
2-0
job.
down and even 3-1, I was like, we're not going to come back. Like, even if we finish the game here 3-1, we're not going to go Emirates and win 2-0 or something like that. But losing 3-2, you have that, like, because this is semi-final, anything can happen in a football match. You know, like, and obviously Arsenal, semi-final, second leg ones, he ain't won them ever. You know, the second leg ones, Arteta. So, like,
Is that true, yeah?
Yeah, he's never won a second leg.
Yeah, that's true.
Final.
Oh, wow.
It was only in the FA Cup, which was a one-legged one-off.
Right.
Fluke
Just
City.
on the game, even though it was fairly even, I guess I was quite impressed that Arsenal did kind of, without needing to do too much, they did still secure the victory. I think they deserved the win overall, just about. And I feel like they didn't really get out of second or third gear. So I think that's a positive thing in terms of Arsenal and Arteta. You can see that they've learned from the past. I don't know, Henry, Haroon, what do you think? Do you think Arsenal will improve then? Do you expect them to win the second leg?
Yeah, they don't seem to be the same Arsenal of 2-3 years ago. It seems. I think that second leg is going to be just fine. Just fine.
Yeah.
With Saliba in the back, they'll be okay. But whatever firepower Chelsea will have to throw at them.
Haroon?
Yeah, I'd agree. I think what Tunji said is true. Chelsea's 2 goals came out of like nothing, pretty much. Like, it was just a bit of luck. Garnacho gets the ball at the back post, and yeah, I think Arsenal are too solid defensively. I can't see Chelsea going to the Emirates and winning 2-0. So
Yeah, fair enough. I think I'll probably agree, but yeah, you never know. Especially once the game got on top of Arsenal, you saw them panicking a bit, and Chelsea looked like they could get a few goals. So I think that's something to concern Arsenal with. Just quickly before we move on, Gokres, what we saying now? Man's moving stiff, bro.
Nah, man, he played well last night, man. Oh,
Yeah, he was alright.
You
it
know,
was
more
good. Like,
upset about.
last night, it was good, but there were so many positions, yeah, where the ball just no one was finding him. Like, he was making these runs. Like, no one just wanted to find him. No one wanted to pass to him for whatever reason. Like even when Gyökeres scored, Saka had the opportunity to literally pass it, literally line. You know, first time finish for Gyökeres, lovely. Saka takes an extra touch, ends up at Ben White. Obviously, he crosses, but it wasn't a good cross. He just crossed it, went through Sanchez, and that's how he scored. But like, there was so many chances to play him through, but yeah, it's frustrating. They're not really finding him quicker as they should. Like, it's too complacent in terms of when they try to find that man. So yeah, but I thought he played well. His general hold-up play was good. His link-up play was good as well. I know he didn't have too many touches, especially the first half, but he tried. Like, it wasn't like he didn't try. So, and he got his goal. So yeah.
Kudu, was you gonna say something about Gyökeres?
I was more upset that he scored than we losing. Letting him score was more upsetting. Like, I was so upset.
That's jokes. I was gonna say also, did you see when Gyökeres scored and he pushed Saka out of the way? Have you seen
Yeah,
that?
it was annoyed at Saka. Yeah,
No.
rightly so.
Yeah. Basically, Saka came to celebrate with Gyökeres, and Gyökeres pushed him out of the way and went straight to Ben White. I think because Saka hasn't really been looking to assist him
Maybe.
or
Yeah.
find him.
Do you know is with
good positions.
Arsenal as well coached as they are defensively, other than set pieces, like you can't really say that they have an attacking style of play where they're gonna consistently create chances out of like one way for their striker. It doesn't happen. Like most of their goals are from set pieces and whatnot. They don't score. Like in the 22-23 season, you could see they had like that's the season where they were attacking, they were scoring goals, like they were threatening going forward. Now they're not like that. They're always thinking about defense first. So I think for a striker, it's always going to be difficult to score goals.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had like we've had what 4 or 5 strikers over the past year. Like, so I think it's going to be difficult to find those patterns of play going forward. That's probably why we've had to rely on set pieces. But yeah, definitely, like, you know, that season where we had Jesus up top, Jesus, Saka, Martinelli, like, you can see like they worked on patterns of play. There was a bit of flair. You know that they had that link in between, that
Yeah.
chemistry, and that's what is missing at the moment. And hopefully, in time, it'll click with Gyökeres. Havertz is back as well. Hopefully, it clicks with him playing. But yeah, it is missing at the moment. I do agree.
So you know on you guys' screen, is Kudu's screen full screen or is it?
It looks normal to me.
Oh, is
I
it?
see
it's
Okay,
normal as well.
scoreboards.
okay, cool. It's just not full on mine, but it's cool. It's fine as long as it's alright. So let's move it on, guys. We'll get to a couple Premier League predictions in a bit as well, because I haven't heard what Kudu's thinking in Premier League, especially. So we will come to that shortly. Just quickly before we move on from the Carabao Cup, City won 2-0 against Newcastle as well. I don't know if you guys saw it, but I thought City were quite impressive actually. Semenyo scored again 2 goals in 2 games and an assist after signing for City.
Got an offside goal, which should have been.
Yeah.
It was
Oh,
just
yeah,
similar
yeah.
to
Right.
the goal,
Yeah.
Ben White's goal.
Yeah, that was a sick goal though. I thought come off his knee in it like
Yeah.
backwards. Do you think that should have stood, right?
100%, man.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know about that one.
I don't know.
I think that one was different to Ben White's one. I think Haaland was holding the defender, and the defender probably could have got across.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
That's a
I'm
good
not a
point.
fan of these subjective offsides. I think they're
Yeah,
just
Right.
a bit weird.
they
Yeah.
need to.
A bit weird
they
sending the
tell-
guy to a screen for an offside.
Yeah.
One day, one rules, and it's like
Yeah.
referee different rules.
At that point, it's not clear. So why are you sending to the screen? Offside shouldn't be clear and obvious anyway. It's a factual.
It should just be offside, black and white.
Yeah.
Right.
literally.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think you make some good points. Shout out everyone that's watching live, by the way. Make sure you get in the live chat. No chat so far. Get in the live chat. Send your comments in and also like the video as well. All right, boys, let's move on. There's so much to get into. Hopefully, this doesn't last for like 3 hours. I know Tunjay always loves going to sleep early. Tonight, you're staying up late, my bro.
He can leave.
Let's get into. What's that?
He can leave if he needs to.
Yeah, Drew. Oh wait, it says Tunjay stop recording. Tunjay, you need to refresh your browser apparently.
Nope.
Ah.
I think.
Crashed.
Never mind.
Okay.
I'm sure he'll come back in. So sorry, Goody, flip your screen 1 second, bro. Sorry, because I just want to see something. Nah, flip it back, sorry, bro. It's because it's just not fitting in my screen, but it's cool. Anyway, let's move it on to the Manchester United manager situation first. We'll come to Gudu shortly. I don't know where to start. Henry, we haven't heard from you since Fletch came in, and then Fletch left, and then we had a fight between Ollie and Carrick, and then we've got Carrick in now. Just a quick summary of how you're feeling about it all.
I feel kind of like the board feels. I feel like there's no direction. We just spent 18 months trying to back this man and trying to figure out how to get his formation to play with these players and all this if, ands, or buts. Now we sacked him, and we brought in a caretaker manager before we're bringing in an interim manager, before we bring in a permanent manager. It just shouts to me that there's zero direction. Nobody has any idea what the end goal is supposed to be. Not only, I feel that it was even the case whenever Ruben was here. I feel like they were still looking at that 3 years that they were going to give him. There wasn't, okay, we're going to look at these 3 years, and then we're going to also tack on and look at the next 10 years look like. And then what do we want to look like at 20 years? So now not only we're back at square one, we have no more confidence in our players as a coaching staff and as a directors, because you clearly have sacked your manager on poor results and him being upset with you and making it public. And now you've lost your entire locker room because the players like this manager. You can clearly tell that they really had a good, fond relationship with Ruben. Now he's gone. What do they now have to play for other than their pride? But they've had 18 months to play for their pride. So what changes now? I don't think Michael Carrick can come in and wave a magic wand. I don't think Carlo Ancelotti could come in and wave a magic wand. So I'm just frustrated, annoyed, and I don't see what's next at all.
Henry, I agree with you about the board, and I think they've been incompetent. But the fact of the matter is, Amram hasn't proven anything, my bro. I just haven't seen him show anything to suggest that he should remain in the job. I agree. Normally, I try to back the club as much as I can. Any players, any new managers, any signings, but because of what I've learned from the past, and I've been so scarred, as I'm sure all United fans have been, I just haven't seen enough for me to continue backing Amram. And I've wanted him out for at least 2 months or so, especially from going to the games and sitting in Old Trafford and watching the crap that we put on out. I understand the idea that a lot of fans are saying, yes, he's coming with identity. He's trying to put an imprint in the club. He's improving the dressing room culture, improving the dressing room. Also, Ineos have tried to improve the wage structure, for example. But I'm not enjoying watching the game and haven't for a long time. So watching my team play, and I get it. We've got a bit of an identity now. We play to a certain system under him, but for me personally, there's not been an enjoyment of him being in charge. So I'm happy that he's gone, to be honest.
And on that part, I agree with you, because that just didn't feel like the kind of football that we grew up accustomed to watching. And I'm not saying that in regards to, yes, the level of our players has fallen off 100%. Right, we're signing players from Wolves and Crystal Palace and teams like this now, right? Whereas I'm used to forward wingers, crosses into the box, attack, winning 5-4, right? The game that we tied 4-4 with Bournemouth was one of my favorite games that I've watched from under Ruben since Leon. Granted, that was a very specific moment apart from the league. But I agree with you. He did not play entertaining football at all. I can't stress how many times we'd be chasing a goal and he'd bring on 3 defenders. Like, fuck you, dude.
Yeah, for real, bro. I'm happy he's gone, to be honest. Just before I come to Haroon about the managers, how are you feeling in terms of Ollie v Carrick? Did you have a preference, or?
I didn't really have a preference. I mean, the way that Ollie started was fantastic. I loved what he was able to do for kind of the culture in the club whenever he started with us. But by the time that we got to 4-1 against Watford and his sacking, you could kind of tell that he had run out of ideas in a way, at least from my perspective. So I don't mind Carrick coming in and getting a little bit more time to have the reins in his hands than he did the first time he was our interim. So I can't really complain too much. It was really weird. It was really strange how they had this face-off for a caretaker manager. Again, no real clear vision or direction. They're just like, okay, let's see what you both have to say. And Ollie apparently wanted a permanent deal afterwards, and they said no. So here we are.
You know, the thing with the board is, I agree they've been incompetent. They've made the wrong decisions since they've come in, but I feel like their intentions are the right ones. Like they've tried to get football people in, which we didn't have before. They got the new manager in. They got the new up and coming manager in, like Amarim. They tried to back Ten Hag when he won the FA Cup, which the fans kind of wanted at the time. And then
Yeah.
maybe they should know better as well. I feel like their intention is the right one, but it's just not paid off at the moment. But also, we have to understand that they're still new in this job themselves in terms of United ownership. They only have the sporting control. The shareholders and the financial decisions are still made by the Glazers, which have brought us into this position after 20 years of incompetence from them as well. So I feel like I'm less harsh on Ineos compared to others. Maybe I don't know, Henry and Haroon, if you might disagree.
Haroon, it's your turn, bud.
I don't know, man. They've run a football club already, so they should know what they're doing by this point. But from what I've read from Nice fans as well, their supporters club released a statement as well saying that these lot know nothing about football. So like,
Thanks, mate. Thanks.
even in them getting football, I can hear what you're saying, the intention of getting football people in and all of that kind of shit. But again, they can't even do that properly, bro. They worked so hard to get Ashworth out of Newcastle just to sack him in 2 months because he wanted to get rid of Ten Hag. They've got Barada and Wilcox in. It's now come out that I think Wilcox wanted Amrim gone for a while, and he didn't want Amrim in the first place, and Barada's the one who pushed it. So if you've got 2 people in the club who are meant to be football people and they're not coming to an agreement on the decision, but you're still going for one of them, it's destined for failure. If one of them already doesn't believe in the manager you're hiring, it's not going to work out. So I think I'm not going to give them any like benefit of the doubt. They owned a football club before, and the mistakes they've made are just silly. Like it's incompetence.
Yeah, I think when they came in, I had high hopes of them changing things around, but
We all
I have
did.
serious doubts about
We all
it.
did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm starting
We
to
all
have
did.
serious doubts about it based on the decision making.
Correct.
Guru, what's your thoughts on the United situation, like the mess with the managers? I know you're kind of having your own kind of little problems, which we can get into shortly, but just on the outside, from a United point of view.
I don't think Amarin was that great for you, so maybe changes is good anyway. Because I think he's like lost he finished 17th or something last season. I think you can't have a manager finishing 17th, so it's just that's it. That says it all. Isn't it?
Were we 17? I think it's 15th, isn't it?
Just as bad, bro.
There's not a big difference going on, man.
I'll put some respect on our name, bro. No, I'm joking.
Well, you were 17th
Guru,
at one point.
you know what's so funny? You know when you lot finished Chelsea 12th with, was it Poch? I think was it Poch?
No. It was Graham Potter, Lampard.
Oh, Graham
Potter.
Bro, I remember cussing you in the DMs so much. And I remember saying United would never be in that position. Never. And like 2-3 seasons later, we're worse than you, bro. It's mad.
Yeah, it wasn't. At least it was 15th. It was 12th, innit? You were 15th.
Yeah.
So.
And you lot got Europe the next season. And I think you will finish 6th or 5th the next season.
Yeah.
Which hopefully we might do. But yeah. Tunj, Michael Carrick, I know you want to have a laugh about Fergie maybe. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, Fergie influence once again. You know, Fletcher out, Carrick in, 4-4-2. Let's go. I thought we'd get Giggs in. To be honest with you, I'm surprised he's not involved.
Too many court cases.
But nah, I don't know, man. It's a bit of a mess. I mean, look, Carrick or Ollie, they're going to be the same outcome anyway. I don't think it would have made a difference. I don't even know why they had to have an interview. To be honest with you.
Agreed.
Ollie shouldn't even be in the question, bro.
Yeah, but I guess. It's the right thing to do. Wait till the summer. There'll be a big pool of managers. Then they'll hire. They need to hire like a statement manager, a big name manager that will get the club lifted again. You know, whether it's Enrique, Xavi, I don't know, Ancelotti, who else? They need a big personality manager. They can't deal with like yes men or nice guys. There needs to be tension between sporting directors like Jason, Wilcox, Barada, and the manager. There needs to be some sort of tension. Like there needs to be a manager that, isn't a yes man. Once they have that, then obviously I think United will, go from there. But I don't know. I'm not sure. It might be Gareth Southgate for you guys. I don't know. how it's going to be for next season.
No, thank you, man.
My
No,
question is,
thank you.
I
who do
swear
you
down,
think your next
I swear
manager
down,
is?
I'll stop supporting United. I promise. If that brother is manager,
What's that, Goody? Sorry.
Who do you think your next manager will be if you had to have a choice? Let's compare. Look at the market. There's no one out there.
You know, I'm quite surprised because I'm seeing United fans saying Luis Enrique, but would he come to us right now?
That'd be a terrible decision on his part.
you never
Yeah,
know.
but so many managers and players seem to make that decision.
Yeah,
Bro,
right.
there's
Right.
always that stigma of bringing United back. So
Yeah.
a big name manager will always be interested.
Yeah.
But yeah, personally, I would say Luis Enrique would have to be my favorite. The way he's kind of dominated football last year and turned PSG around, got rid of Mbappe. Or not got
He
rid of,
plays
but
good football. He plays a good,
Yeah.
entertaining football.
Beautiful
It's not like
football.
it's not dire. Like
Yeah.
he wouldn't be a bad show.
And he does a great job with man
If he tried to
management,
get
as
in.
you saw with getting rid of Mbappe and a lot of that toxicity. And look at them now.
100%. So yeah, I'm not sure if we would actually go for him as a board or club, or if he'd want to leave PSG at this point. So maybe I think other fans are saying like Tuchel, Nagelsmann, maybe. But I heard someone say Poch today. I think Gary Neville said Poch today actually.
Enzo Maresca.
I'll take him, bro. Promise I'll take him.
Yeah, well,
Bruno,
are you just saying that
he's a
because we
bad
had
coach.
Amorim?
No, bro. I don't know why there's like people think he's a bad manager, bro. Like
No,
he
I
may
don't
he
think
may have
he's
not got
bad,
results.
but-
No, bro. Anytime I watch Chelsea, they were playing amazing football under
Yeah.
him. Their defense is just awful. Bro, I promise, anytime I watch Chelsea, I was like, rah, the way these men attack teams was crazy. They just had so many injuries and so many incompetent centre backs. They were conceding stupid goals. They played very good football under him.
Yeah, I agree.
On that note, we might as well move it on straight to Chelsea. Goods, how do you feel with the Maresca sacking, firstly, and then secondly, the Rosenior announcement?
Maresca sacking. I was upset because there was like after 2 shows got sacked. Like all the Chelsea fans were upset about manager being sacked, and I think the same they felt with Maresca. But also going back to him speaking to Man City on 2 occasions and Juventus, as a fan, I don't respect that, and you won't get my respect if you're going to do stuff like that. Then it shows you're never interested in staying here long term in the first place. So in a way, I don't mind him going because our results started dropping when he told the board he's speaking to Man City, and it wasn't benefiting anyone. So, but with Rosenior, to be honest, mate, I didn't even know who he was until like. No, I kind of know who he was because I follow Strasbourg anyway because they are sister clubs. So I followed their results, and I know Patrick Vieira was there before him. We finished 13th. They finished 13th, so he went there last season, made them finish 7th, just a couple of points off Champions League. Beat PSG as well. Didn't lose to PSG in 2 games. So yeah, I don't know. You just have to sometimes give someone a chance, innit? You just have to back him. Like as a fan, I'll back my club. I'll back the manager. I ain't backing the board, but that's how I see it as anyway. Do you get me?
You know, how do you feel about the board? Because I feel like, not to disrespect or anything, I just feel like Chelsea's so soulless now, man. It's like I feel like your owners probably don't really care about the club. Do they care about the fans? It's almost similar to like the Glazers, to be honest.
Look, we're used to Roman and who loved the club, who did everything for the club. Do you know? So we're used to an owner like that. Then we're coming to these guys who are just buying young kids, not like that. We need a centre back, but they won't buy a proven centre back. They'll just go buy someone who's 19 because they're like, I don't know why. Like it doesn't make sense, you know. Like I don't know why what they're trying to do. That there is no game, there is no plan. Like we thought we're doing well with Maresca winning their Club World Cup. We thought, okay, yeah, we're going to compete for the league, but not going backwards instead. So I don't know where they're taking the club at this moment. So it's a bit confusing for all the fans. Actually, all the Chelsea fans don't know where we're going.
I do think even under Maresca, though, you were like really inconsistent at times as well, and some of his decision making in terms of selections were questionable as well.
Yeah.
So I don't think he hasn't got anything to blame for. He definitely has some part to blame, and especially even like the goalkeeping situation. You had 3 not so great goalkeepers at the beginning of the season. Was it Petrovic, Sanchez, and Jorgensen?
Yeah.
And wasn't Jorgensen one of the better ones? And he got rid of Jorgensen before anyone, or
He got
something
rid of
like that.
Petrovic. He went to Bournemouth, plays for Bournemouth now, Petrovic.
Yeah.
But now, if you see Petrovic this year, I actually rated him last year, but he's awful. He's conceding goals.
Yeah, no, he's bad, bro. Yeah, he's bad. He's bad.
So now, like, if we get to keep him, everyone will be like, yeah, keep him because he's good. End of the day, now he's making mistakes. And, like, nobody's really going to say anything, are they?
Yeah, so I don't think Maresca is blameless.
No, Maresca, you can blame him. Like with United game, where you get a red card instead of going attacking, he picks up like 5 defenders on. Like, what are you trying to do?
Yeah.
Same, like his substitutes were so bad. Some of the games, like you could have changed the game, but he wouldn't do it. But apart from that, yeah, like he was a good manager. I rate him. I rate him as a good. I think he's a good manager. He'll be good at any club he goes to.
Yeah, we've got a live chat. Shout out my guy Lorenz, one best defender of the year in Legacy 2025. Tunde was hosting with me for that, so shout out Tunde as well. Lorenz said Chelsea aren't letting the managers make their own decisions, even with choosing the squad, so can't blame Maresca for wanting to go Man City. Any response, Kudu?
Well, no, you're a manager. Regardless of someone giving you authority to change the team, and then it's not that they didn't tell him what to. It's medical staff. They're telling him how many minutes a player can play, and I agree with them because look at Reece James. He hasn't played 2 seasons before last season. Played a full season. If new medical staff are telling people, yeah, he can only play 70 minutes and he'll keep him fit for a season, I'll rather them tell him. I'll rather them tell him we play because I'd rather have Reece James fit every season than have him not fit for 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Yeah, so Henry, did you want to say something?
No, I was just agreeing.
I think Lorenz makes a good point though. You know, like these days, even United, they keep saying it's a head coach. I think Carrick was labelled as the head coach as he signed now. I think Rosenior is a head coach, right? He's not manager.
Yeah.
So I think Lorenz does make a good point in terms of I'm sick and tired of these guys. Or like you know how like we're trying to help managers. That's what we're trying to do at United with appointing these guys. But now it's like you're giving the manager a way out. Like Amorim, when he came out before he got sacked, he started blaming things on the technical director, saying these guys ain't doing their job. But that means the manager isn't looking at himself, where he's not actually doing his job properly either. But it's just like the interference is kind of too much now. I know we're not in the days of Fergie anymore, but you just want your manager to actually manage his squad and be able to do that without interference to get his ideas across so that they can all be at one. But I just feel like there's too many voices now, too much interference, and it's getting in the way of big clubs like Chelsea and United. Is Arteta head coach?
I agree. No, I don't know. He's a manager, I think.
I think
he's
manager.
manager. Yeah, he's
I think
manager.
he's manager, yeah.
He's not head coach. Yeah.
But I agree with you. But but it's a job of a manager or a head coach. They're meant to improve players, and who did actually Amorim improve in the club? Like, do you know? So, they're meant to improve players as well. They're not just there to manage and pick lineups.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah,
I agree.
it's true. Anyone else want to say any thoughts on Chelsea and their managerial mess? I know Tunje's always got a dig at Chelsea. Haroon's always digging Chelsea when there's no Chelsea fans, or when there's Chelsea fans, he goes quiet.
I don't even dig Chelsea.
I'm joking.
Nah, but I want to go back to what you said earlier about the ownership. Goody was saying about how they're just buying young players. I think that's because of where the owners are from. Because they're from America, I think in American sports there's a lot of like everything's around the draft and bringing in young players and hoping they become superstars. I think they've kind of tried to bring that model to England.
Correct.
And in England, you're not limited to 4 or 5 draft picks. They're like, oh shit, we can buy as many of these people as we want. So that's what they're doing. They're just trying to stack them up until they find the one.
They can stack them up, send them to Vitesse, or they can send them to Strasbourg on their books, getting paid the salary by that club. Yep. And next thing you know, they're 19 and they're a world beater, and the Strasbourg sells them for 70 million, and Chelsea cups 40 million of that, and it's 40 million in the bank. Boom. Yeah. And that's where
there's nothing for the fans, though, is it? It's just
exactly. And that's what I hate about my countrymen. Yeah, that's what I hate about my countrymen having ownership stake in European sports, just because our sporting culture is drastically different than y'all's when it comes to the fan engagement and when it comes to finances. We don't give a damn about fan engagement unless it makes us money. Whereas you guys live and breathe by making sure that your fans are the happiest people on the planet Earth, and you'll do anything to make sure that happens before you really get into anything financial first. But we got these American owners coming into Crystal Palace, Liverpool, United, Chelsea, and they're starting to rip all of this kind of culture up and just make it, okay, who can we bring in to sell on in the next 3 years for the best money possible? That's that's not sustainable, at least in my eyes.
I think that's an interesting point. I think Arsenal owned by American owners as well.
Yeah, Kroenke. Yeah, it's the same guy who owns the Los Angeles Rams.
Okay. but you
Yes.
kind of get the feeling that he's taken the club seriously more than the other American owners, maybe,
I
because
completely
they've
agree.
invested in
His
Arteta, they're giving
his
him
son
time.
took over. That's why.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah,
His
Yeah.
son was
Didn't they want
probably a
him
bit
out like
more
a couple of
intrigued.
years ago?
Yeah, we wanted him out a couple years ago,
Yeah.
and then I guess fan pressure probably helped in
Yeah.
that situation. And then
We
the
need to
son
be.
came in a little bit more closer
Who
to the
actually
manager
he went
more than the
to
fans. And yeah,
his son went to college in I want to say the South Coast. I'm pretty sure. So his son is very well versed in that kind of English and UK soccer world. So I think it was a good change to bring him in and put him in charge.
yeah, and I think Arsenal have had an uptick in form and finances since he's been in charge. Actually, since he took over from his dad. Tunj, do you have anything to mention on Chelsea management and Chelsea as a club as a whole?
yeah, I was
Before we
just gonna
move on.
say that difference in Roman compared to the current owners. Roman wanted to win trophies,
Mhm.
whereas the American ownership wants to make money. So obviously you can tell why Chelsea are Chelsea in its current state. So yeah, obviously I can see why the fans miss Roman Abramovich, and you can see why he was a good owner as well at the time. He was there for vibes, which I rate as well.
Yeah.
And then in terms of like the squad currently, I don't think Chelsea are too short personally. They just need some experience. They need to invest in the back line, especially, but also the goalkeeper as well. I think if they have a very solid goalkeeper, very solid back line, I don't think Chelsea are a bad side. I think they could compete with the Arsenal, Cities, even Liverpool. So I think just a couple more buys and they'll be there. But they definitely need the experience. They're crying out for it. They don't have leaders. Yeah, that's probably the only thing I'd say about Chelsea. But at the moment, obviously, they're very inconsistent because of the lack of experience. So I'm sure that'll be addressed over the summer. Another 500 million, £1 billion spend. So
Yeah. I mean, that's
we'll
what
see.
That's
you run
one
into
thing you
that.
got to rate him for, though, clearly.
That's
For
right.
at least they splash out in it.
Bro, no, you don't rate him for that. You splash out money. I would rate him if they actually went and bought ballers like. Okay, Astava William, Cole Palmer. There are a couple of good signings in there, but they spent 2 billion and you don't have a full like squad of like talented players or like good players that actually compete.
I mean, what's funny is that he's playing. Was it Chalobah? You know, you spent all that money playing Chalobah. Like, come on, you surely
Chalobah,
invest more.
Achimpong.
Yeah, like what's all this about? And then also,
Yeah,
what I don't get
Shields
is
back. Yeah.
what I don't get is why is Liam Rosenior on a 5-6 year deal? That's also baffling as well. Like, give him a 3 year deal. What's wrong? Like, give him a 3 year deal. If it doesn't work out,
6 months.
you won't have him for another 2-3 years. Like, again, that's baffling as well. Like, that's just there's clueless people in that club at the moment.
I think as a Chelsea fan, we don't love managers like that anymore. We're used to getting managers going and new ones come in. So we're used to change. So it's another way we're alright that way. Might do us some good.
Yeah, I get you. And you are like, Chelsea consistently are pretty near the top. I know they're not winning the title and not really challenging either, but they are like in and around Champions League places most of the time, which is something that we would dream of right now as a United fan, man. Flipping, I can't believe I'm saying that. Yeah, it's embarrassing. Anyway, let's move on. We've got the big game this weekend, 12:30 kickoff. I'm actually going. 12:30 kickoff from London, bro. I've got to leave the house at like 7 a.m. on Saturday morning.
Oh, that's not bad. I'll be waking up at 7 just to watch the game.
Yeah, true. No, that makes me feel a bit better, man. Actually, yeah, it'll be right. Obviously, I'm going by myself, but hopefully, I think it should be a good atmosphere. I'm lucky, I'm privileged. I went to the first game that Amrin took charge, the first game that Van Nistelrooy took charge, first game that Ten Hag took charge as well, I think. So, quite a privileged position. I'm going to be there for the first game that Carrick takes charge.
Hopefully they
What
win.
we saying? What's that, Billy?
Hopefully they win. That drive would be a waste.
Right.
I was about to say all the managers he named had straight L's, I swear, in their first game.
I was gonna say you're
Right,
bad
stinkers,
luck.
man. Why would you even name that?
Luck.
Trust me, yeah. I thought it was a good thing. It turns out it probably ain't a great thing. So yeah, and obviously we're playing Man City. It's the hardest game he could have. One of the hardest games he could have come into as a United manager. I'm hoping Old Trafford's going to be bumping, should be jumpy. We're always supporting a new manager, new players, especially from the jump, and especially more for the fact that it's a United legend, hero, Michael Carrick, great player. Let's come to United fans first. Henry, feeling confident or not?
Yes and no. Just in regards to the evidence that I have from Carrick in his 3 games that he had for us, he played Arsenal, Newcastle, Tottenham, and Newcastle,
Chelsea?
I think, and Chelsea. He tied Chelsea, and he beat City, and he beat. He'd
I
won
think
2,
we
and he
beat
tied
Arsenal
1.
3-2.
Yep. And
Yeah, I think we beat
so
Arsenal 3-2, yeah.
I'm well aware of his ability to be able to pick the players up for games like this. And to be fair, I think we always kind of show up sometimes, unless we're at Anfield the past few years. We don't show up to those games. But I think that these players will be well enough to understand the situation that they're in to put in a good performance. Do I have confidence that we'll win the game? No. Not against this City team. Not with Doku looking like that.
Yeah, I probably agree. I think in previous years, our defense has come up very solid against City, and that's given our attack the chance to go and win the game. But our defense looks horrid right now, man. Like Haaland's probably licking his lips right now, getting ready for that hat trick, bro.
I'm thinking Doku's gonna lick his lips. Doku against Dallo. That's gonna be.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and then whoever's on the right, bro,
Yeah.
Turkey or Semenyo against Dorgu, they're probably gonna eat him alive as well. So
I wouldn't be surprised if we roll the 4 at the back out again, because Carrick loves his 4-2-3-1, his 4-4-2. I wouldn't be surprised if we've got Martinez and Harry came off the bench last game. He might get the start, probably not. But I wouldn't be surprised to see Luke Shaw out at that left back spot now that we'll be back at 4 at the back, which makes me a little bit happier. But he doesn't have the legs. So no matter what, we're kind of screwed.
Boys, hear me out, man. You know when you get a legend to the club, we've seen this script before. Remember Ollie had the best interim period we've ever seen in history. I think it was at 8 games, eight wins or 11 wins out of his first 14.
11 out of 14. Yep.
Did you see Michael Carrick's picture the other day in front of the trophies when he's announced that he's United manager?
Yeah.
Bro, as soon as I saw that, I believed again. I hate to do it to myself, but
I love you, Adnan. I love you. I love you so much.
I'm not going to say, all right, normally I'll be deluded. I'll say we're winning the title. But at least I can say now with Carrick in charge, we're going to finish second. That's guaranteed. That's something I'm joking. Hopefully we go on a top 4 run.
That's for the thumbnail. I like it. Smart. Very good.
I hate to do it to myself, but I want to believe again, man. And I feel like, look, Carrick's always been intelligent. You could tell that from his football IQ when he played on the pitch. I've seen his Middlesbrough record was okay, and I know it ended badly, but what management doesn't end badly? They all get sacked in the end. I think he was quite close to promotion, if I'm not mistaken. So I'd like to think he has the capabilities to hopefully get some bare minimum tactical knowledge, whether that's enough for our players who constantly let managers down. Because forget the board for a second, the players more so have let managers down than the board at times, because they're not capable of carrying the weight of the shirt. But I do believe that this is one thing that I've noticed with the new management as well. Jason Wilcox and I believe Carrick come out and said that we're aiming for Champions League spots this season. Have you guys seen that?
Yeah, I saw that.
But they have to say that, bro.
Minimum. Yeah.
I don't think they have to say that, because I think during the season before, Ineos, Jim Ratcliffe and Amorim even, they both said Europe only, and now they've actually changed their tone to Champions League since Carrick's come in.
Yeah, because look at the state of the league, mate. That's why. It's wide open. It's there for the taking.
Yeah.
You have to. Like, you can't sack a manager mid-season and then come out and say, "Oh, we've sacked a manager, so we're back to square one." So it doesn't really matter where he finishes. There's no excuses, bro.
Yep.
There is kind of an excuse because they've also kind of labelled him interim manager. So you kind of think.
I think the league is so open right now, and for me, I don't know if everyone else feels the same. I think from top to bottom, other than Arsenal and maybe City, I think everyone's so poor, bro. It's not like previous seasons where everyone's been good and you play against the Brighton and you're like, oh shit, these are gonna bop us off the park. It's not like that. This season, I think everyone's at such a low level. You have no choice but to push for Champions League. You have to get it, in my opinion. Even though he's an interim, he has to get Champions League, bro. There's no excuses.
And just as easy as it is for us to shoot for Champions League, it can be just as easy for us to fall down to 15th again with how tight it is. So Carrick has massive weight on his shoulders. Massive. I think as far as a character and who he is as a person, he can handle that. At least he could as a player. It's going to be a lot different now that he's truly sitting on that hot seat longer than just 3 games. But again, I would love to have hope. I love to believe. It's a beautiful thing. It makes me feel good. But I'm well aware for it to be 3-0 City. Well aware. Well aware.
Long story short, United are winning 3-1. I'm going to Old Trafford. There's going to be a vlog.
I'm
Let's come
hopping
to
on
the
a plane.
Chelsea.
We have that
Let's
optimism
Chelsea.
because we sacked the manager. We played City. We drew 1-1. So you never know.
You never
That's
know.
right.
The one thing I'll say is I think we have the
True.
attack now to win any game. We have enough forwards who can give you moments that can win you any game. And Bumo
Yep.
can score goals. Cunha hasn't been on the best form, but he's a player who can get you a goal and win you a game. Ahmad can do it. Bruno can do it. Sesko's been on form recently. So I think based on what I've heard from Carrick at Middlesbrough, apparently their attack was amazing, the best in the league. So hopefully he can get tune out of our forwards. You never
Yeah,
know. We could go and beat City.
I read somewhere that Middlesbrough scored the most goals in a championship season
Yep.
under him. And they lost in the semis of the playoffs.
Yeah. He plays good football. He plays nice
He plays good football, but I mean, again, we'll see this. We have these players named Diogo Dallo and Manuel Ugarte that terrify me every time I see them on the sheet, and it's so much fun to sit here and laugh. It is awesome,
It's true, bro.
but it's fucking tragic.
It's
Oh my
true, bro.
god, it's tragic.
How can
I
two
mean,
guys strike fear into your own fans' hearts?
we could have been. I just don't. I don't want to play in any kind of system where our best chances fall to the feet of Diogo Dallo.
Yeah.
Right. It's got to be Mbuemo in those situations. It's got to be Ahmad. It's got to be Cunha, Bruno, Šeško, anybody else on that field. But I feel that if we keep having this man play on our team, we're going to struggle to score goals and to keep them out of our net. So I'd love to see him go.
Yeah. Gudu, Tunje, any hope for United, or is it a comfortable City when you think?
I think it'll be as tight as people think it is. I don't think it'll be. I think United have a chance in my view. New manager bounce. You never know. United last season or two played well against City, home and away. I think it could be a draw. That'll be my prediction anyway. I think it could be a draw. I don't know. City at the moment, their back line, a lot of injuries. That's a concern.
That's true.
United will have Mbuemo and Ahmad back. That's obviously a big lift their end going forward. I mean, yeah, I think it'll be a tight game. Haaland's not really been scoring as much. Foden hasn't been playing well of late. It's mostly been Cherky, Bernardo Silva, really, from a City point of view. But I think it'll be another draw for City. They've drawn the past 3 games in the Prem. I think this will be their 4th draw. They're not the City of old. I know people mention City potentially catching up and stuff, but I don't see that happening because it's not the City of old, so I'm not entirely too scared about it. Yeah, that's my view. I think United will have a chance. They're at home. The crowds will finally see the back of Amorim, see Michael Carrick in. Fergie will be there, I'm sure. So, it's all set up for a perfect 0-0 draw.
Yeah. Hey, I'll take a point. I will gladly take a point off the City. Gladly. 0-0.
Any thoughts on the game? Predictions?
I agree with Tunja. I think City, they haven't been great. They've been good, but they haven't been that great of late anyway. Even, I think, when we played against them, we actually looked really good. So, and Haaland wasted 2 chances apart from that. It's we looked good. We should have won that. But yeah, you should win. I reckon it'll be a draw. I think it'll be a draw. My prediction. I don't think it'll be 0-0. Probably be 1-1 or 2-2, something like that.
All right, boys. Well, yeah, I'm gonna go to the game. So thanks for encouraging me. I'm hearing 0-0s. Henry saying we're gonna lose 3-0.
Yep.
All right, let's move on quickly to some of the rest of the games on this weekend Premier League. Chelsea v Brentford. Gudu, what's your thoughts quickly and your overall thoughts on the season so far and how you think you might or where you think you might end up for the rest of the season?
Do you know what? If I had Maresca, I would have said top 4, but I actually don't know. I actually don't know where we're going to finish with. Rosenior because I haven't seen enough. I don't know enough. So I need to obviously give me a couple of games. If I see some improvements and stuff, I can probably tell you in a couple of weeks where we'll finish. But at the moment, don't know. I would aim should be top 4, but that's it. I know probably 5th, 6th at this rate.
How do you think you'll do against Brentford? I feel like they've got a decent record against you or something recently, have they?
They did like a couple of years ago, not the last
Okay.
2 seasons, but
Okay.
yeah, because they used to beat us or draw against us. They used to play back 5 with Thomas Frank all the time against us.
Yeah.
Low block. They know we can't do that. But now this, they've been playing really well, to be honest. Brentford,
They're fifth, you know.
yeah, they are
Yeah.
5th ahead of
They
us.
started
So
horribly.
yeah, they're like 3 points. But if we beat them, we go 5th. So it's quite a small table. So we should beat them. We have got the squad to beat them. So I think we will win like 2-1 or 3-1.
Yeah, and just quickly shout out Thomas Frank because we haven't said this on YouTube, so I just need to get this out. Shout out Thomas Frank for drinking from the Arsenal Cup.
Yeah.
That was
Yes.
absolutely magnificent. I
My
thought that was
manager.
fake.
AI.
Yeah.
For 1 week, I thought it was fake. I thought the boys put that in as a joke, and then I realized it was actually real. Shout out my
Small club.
Spurs mates who don't come on YouTube anymore.
We won't hear from them again, man. That's it.
They're
Nope.
We're done.
You only hear from them
Happy.
from the first week of the season, and that's it, to be honest. Yeah, just the next game we'll quickly go through. Liverpool, Burnley. Liverpool picked up a bit of form recently. They're ahead of us. Still not great, but they're ahead of us. So
Yeah, it's
yeah,
Burnley.
Liverpool should be a comfortable win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's
They
scored
played
2 in
well
his
against
last 2,
Arsenal
maybe.
in the last game. Yeah, I think they'll win.
Yeah. Spurs, West Ham. Decent little derby there. Alex versus Shahan.
El Sakiko. Two Magic can go from that game. Probably both will go in that.
Probably.
You know, if it's a draw, both will go. I can see both of them going.
Yeah.
I feel bad for Nuno. I feel bad for Nuno.
I still think he can turn it around there.
I think so too, but it's a well and truly beaten and battered team. You can just tell when you watch them play.
Yeah, it's a good point. And I think Paqueta's going back to Brazil. If I'm
It's random. So random that transfer.
Yeah.
He knows that betting ban's coming. He's running.
That yellow card.
That was so suspicious.
Yeah.
So suspicious.
Tell him to calm down. He goes again. It's like,
quick predictions all round. Tunjay, Spurs, West Ham.
I think Spurs will win because West Ham are that bad. I think Spurs will win.
Kudu.
Spurs.
Haroon.
West Ham 2-0.
Henry.
Is our Spurs home or away?
Yeah, Spurs are at home.
Spurs are at home. Then I'll give it a draw. They've not been good at home, and West Ham can. Jared Bowen can do something against any London team, and I think he'll have at least 1 or 2 things to say. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's a draw.
Big facts. I'll probably agree with Henry. I'll go for a 1-1 draw as well. Let's move it on. Final topic of the day: Arsenal versus Forest. Forest are at home, so Tunjay, we'll come to you first. How are you feeling? Probably confident right now, maybe. I don't know.
It's going to be a tough game, actually. I think that one. We've never had success away at Forest. Yeah, they always seem to beat us at their ground. We don't always seem to play well. Obviously, Sean Dyche, they're fighting for survival. It's always different against these teams. However, having said that, we've played similar teams in the past who always drop points. So this season, we seem to be winning against these teams. You know, the Brightons, the Villa at home, for example, we always lose to Villa at home. The West Hams, all these like sort of bogey teams, Fulham that I can name. We've done well against them this season. I do think we'll win. It'll be like a 1-0, 2-0 win. I don't think it'll be any more than that. I do think it'll be another set piece goal and take control of the game. You know, Arsenal playing in second gear, not really pushing it too much. Yeah, it should be plain sailing, really. But yeah, I would say that it's not going to be as easy as it looks on the eye. It'll be a tough game away at the City ground. Yeah, tough place to go for Arsenal, but yeah, I fancy us nonetheless.
Yeah.
Good. Is it sustainable to win the league with these set pieces, bro? Surely it's gonna catch up on them eventually.
Yeah, it happens. Yeah, you can win football by playing negative football. Jose Mourinho done it in 2015. So you
Yeah.
can. And do you know one of the Arsenal fans at that time told me, no one's going to remember you winning this league. Yeah, and it's Mijan. Yeah, he goes, no one's going to remember you for winning this league because you play negative football. There you go. No one's going to remember you guys winning this league either. They remember set pieces.
Tunch, do you think you'll be
Listen,
remembered for this?
as long as I'm at the trophy parade, I don't care, man. I'll remember that day, whether everyone else doesn't remember or not. I'll be there at the trophy parade. I'll be celebrating. Maybe I'll get the flare out, but that's fine.
That
Tunch,
might
that
be
sounds a
one.
bit too dangerous for you, you know. Sounds a bit too dangerous for you. Any of you disagree with Tunch? Do you think they're probably going to win the game on Saturday? Sorry, I think it's 5:30 p.m. kickoff. UK
No,
time.
I wouldn't.
Sorry.
It would be surprising. I think I agree with him. 1-0, maybe 2. Sean Dyche is an unbelievable Brexit manager. Fantastic when it comes to a low block, and he will know damn well what Arsenal are going to come whenever they are going for their corner kicks, and he will do his best to set his team up. Because I mean, he's got Murillo, Milinkovic, a couple of other center backs back there that are just absolute monsters of men. So it won't be as easy of a cakewalk, but I still think Arsenal have that kind of spirit about them this year, where these more difficult games, they seem to find a way. So I think they'll be able to do it just the same.
Yeah, I'll have to agree with Henry. He's right about the spirit. They just got an air of inevitability about them at the moment, where they seem to be picking up the wins that they need, regardless of how they play. Actually, yeah, boys, let's sign it out. But we can't end that note. Just a positive to mention: Michael Carrick is Manchester United manager, is a Man United legend. We will be winning the league very shortly. I swear. I don't know when that is going to be, but let's just say shortly for now. And soon. But yeah,
Place
signing
trophy.
out. Yeah, signing out. It's a Big Six breakdown. Thank you to everyone that joined us live. Thank you to Gudu who made his debut on the live remotes. Hopefully, you'll be seeing more of him soon as well. I'm going to end the live in a sec, but everyone stay on for a minute or so, please. Yeah. Peace out.